So, welcome to another one-shot panel brought to you by the students of S.H.I.E.L.D. I'm Mikey, and joining me are Rebecca and Rose. And today, because it's the last day of Pride Month, and we literally waited all the way to the last day just for y'all, we're gonna be talking about obviously LGBTQIA plus, because I have to put the whole acronym out of respect, representation in comics. And thank y'all for joining me today. It's good stuff. And yeah, so we're just gonna be talking about just characters that that we think should have more spotlight, that are LGBT, whether in the LGBTQI plus community, that we think y'all should know about. So yeah, so Rose, you're gonna go first. Yeah, so put it in full screen, and then I'll just.
All right.
There we go. All right, so.
Okay. Well.
Oh, you know what they are in quotation marks. Okay, that's cool. I didn't even do that.
Yeah, well, I just felt like I was like, oh, I realized I don't know a lot of the ones that I thought I didn't know as much as I thought I did. So, but you know what? Deadpool is an obvious one. I am ever waiting for whatever the third movie is going to be. But
I mean, that's gonna be fun. I hope they address it too. They haven't addressed it in the movies yet, that he's like a pansexual.
I feel like they figured out, but it's all jokey, I guess.
They don't fuck Colossus.
I mean, yeah. Because I remember in the comics, he literally said that when people ask him what he's attracted to, he said he'd literally fuck anything with a pulse. I think it's hilarious.
Yeah.
And plus, his favorite crush, he said a superhero that I have to have sex with is Spider-Man. That's why in the Deadpool Spider-Man books, he always has to address it because he has a huge crush on Peter Parker. It's so funny. But
yeah. Deadpool's great. I used the pictures from the movies. He's pansexual, and he's I don't know. He's cool.
He's awesome. I like Deadpool.
Yeah.
People watching this can quickly tell we didn't take any notes beforehand.
No, we don't take notes for any of these podcasts. Are you kidding me? I never. Who writes notes these days? No one.
I don't even take notes during D&D, so you know what? Whatever. And then Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy, and I don't remember what the fuck they are, but I know that they're at least women love women. So that's all that matters.
Wait, did you say on your thing? Did you say okay. I thought it said Y at the end, like bi, lesbian, Y. I don't know.
No. No, women love women. Come on.
I'm not sure either.
I'm pretty sure Harley is bisexual.
Yeah,
but I'm like 90% sure that Ivy is a lesbian, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, that's what I also think. Because Ivy just hates people except for Harley. So I don't know. I think that would be the case in my opinion.
Yeah, in my heart, Ivy's a lesbian.
Yeah.
Yes, as a lesbian, she's a lesbian.
I love them in Injustice, the comics, the Injustice comics and stuff. They're great. And in the Deceased books, I love their relationship. It's so great.
I really need to watch the Harley Quinn show. Oh
it's really good.
It's pretty funny.
It's fucking hysterical.
I've seen clips and I really want to see it. I really want to see it.
If you're lucky, it might still be in YouTube in 20 different parts per episode.
Maybe, yeah, if you're lucky. Wait, Rebecca, because I'm not that far into it. I'm still I'm still in the first season because I'm pushing myself to continue to watch it. But
I never finished the second season.
Because I hear, aren't they are they together at the end?
I think they get together at the end of the second season.
I do know for a fact that they get together at the end of season 2 or near the end of season 2.
Okay, because she was with Kite Man for a while, and I thought that was hilarious because I love Kite Man.
Anyways, next we have Dr. Aphra from the Star Wars comics.
Oh shit!
And
I forgot about Dr.
Aphra. Yeah, this is the one Star Wars comic I am like, well, fuck now. Well, I heard about it and I'm like, I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna read everything that I can about this character because I love the idea I love Space Indiana Jones lesbian. I just it's great. I love it. And
You kind of just reminded me there was a character that I forgot that I have to put in my slide now. So thanks for that. But I've never read Dr. Aphra though. I've never read the.
She was in the Darth Vader comics for a while, I think.
Yeah, she was. And then she got her own series because she was really good.
And giving the girlies what they want.
Giving the gays and the lesbians what they want.
I just have a bad history with Star Wars comics. I have to assume that they're all bad, so that's why I don't read them.
Yeah,
I don't know. I've heard pretty good things about the Star Wars comics.
Because I read Star Wars comics as a kid when they weren't Marvel yet. There was still Dark Horse, and they were mostly not great. So that's why.
Dr. Aphra, I'm trying to read it in order, but times I end up missing out on a thing on one edition copy volume. I don't fucking know what the term is.
You can always pirate. That's my advice.
I can always pirate it.
Of course.
Yeah.
Also, I'm pirating on the Students of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, true. I guess I could do that, but oh well.
Don't pirate, but if you want to, go ahead and pirate.
I mean, I do that with Disney shows anyway. So oops. But yeah, she. As far as I know, the woman on the left that she's kissing is it was an Imperial agent that was tracking her down after she fucked over Vader, and then they had
enemies to lovers.
Enemies to lovers, exactly. It was great. Enemies to Lovers is amazing. That's why I love She-Ra. Anyways.
Yeah.
I love She-Ra for a number of reasons.
I didn't watch She-Ra.
She-Ra's pretty good.
Yeah. But yeah, and I am excited to eventually, whenever the fuck I get around to it, reading more of this comic, and I hope maybe that she will get her own show, because that would be great.
That'd be cool.
Dude, everyone gets their own show at this point. It's just a matter of time.
Yeah, it'll make my gay heart go. Anyways, and Taco from the Adventure Zone.
Nice.
Nice. This, I mean, obviously it's a fucking podcast. It was a podcast first, but there's also a graphic novel, comic book. I love him. He's great. And he is very, I love him. I cosplayed him once.
Nice. And you didn't put a picture up instead of this?
I didn't put a picture up instead of this. I'm sorry. I didn't think about it until just now.
You gotta give the people what they want, Rose.
Yeah, you gotta self-promote a little bit.
Yeah, I will. But yeah, he's from the podcast and the podcast and the graphic novel based off the podcast, The Adventure Zone, which is from the McElroy family. And he's a pretty well written gay character, especially since it's a story written by 4 straight white men.
Wow. Okay, that's impressive.
Yeah. And finally, we have Nimona. We have the Nimona, and there's Golden Loin, who's this guy right here, who's and Ballister. These two are arch enemies who were previous boyfriends or in some form of romantic relationship. And Nimona herself, who is the title character of the comic. I read this comic in one day, and it's like 300 pages.
Wait, what's the comic called? Sorry, I kind of missed it.
It's called Nimona.
Nimona? Okay. I've seen this before.
Wasn't that supposed to get a movie?
It was supposed to get a movie, but then the studio that was doing it with the Blue something studio got shut down.
Yeah, Disney canned it or something.
I mean, the studio itself got shut down, and they couldn't fucking and they didn't finish it. I guess it was really close to being finished, and I feel bad for Noelle Stevenson. Also, I love their work because they're also the people that they're also the person that was a producer and like writer of like She-Ra for the 2018 version.
Because I recognize the art style, so I was like, why does this look so familiar?
Yeah, their art's all over like Twitter and Tumblr for a bunch of different stuff. They're great, and I didn't include like butch or any other terms in the other slides, but I found like literally there's like a comic panel that says Nimona like describes herself as like a butch lesbian or something. So
that's funny.
And that's all I have. I only have these slides.
Well, good. For someone who doesn't really read comics, I'm fairly impressed because I don't know about this book in particular, Nimona. So like, that's new.
Well, Mike, you probably just went down the wiki, right?
I mean, I don't know.
I highly recommend Nimona to any gay, not anyone who's gay, trans, whatever. You're gonna love this story because it's yearning. And it's friendship, and it's found family. It's amazing.
Dude, I can tell you.
See, found families where you got me.
Yeah, but okay, that was good, Rose. That was good. Now it's my turn to.
So I'm gonna stop
give everyone a lesson. I literally have to give everyone a lesson now. That's so funny. But all right. So here's mine. So the straight ally is going to just educate everyone on LGBTQIA now. All right, so yeah, so nope, this is not it. Nope. What are you doing? Nope. There we go. Hold on. All right. I almost fucked up there for a second. All right, resharing it. My presentation. All right, so there we go. So, all right, so this character right here is probably like the first like gay character I've ever saw like in a comic book, like as a kid. His name is North Star. He's a Marvel character and he is Canadian.
Wasn't he like, sorry to interrupt, but like the first gay character like in Marvel?
Maybe.
I feel like
I've read that Iceman
somewhere.
Or whatever.
No.
Okay.
I don't think it was that late.
Yeah, no, it was he might be. I'm not really sure, but I know like I think he had the first queer marriage in comics in Marvel Comics, like as in that next panel.
Yeah, he's one of the first openly gay superheroes in American comic books, and the first openly gay character from Marvel.
Word. Okay, yeah. So yeah, you're right. But I mean, North Star was cool. He was on Alpha Flight, which is like the Canadian superhero team that Wolverine was also a part of, I think. But yeah, I thought it was a cool character. Because I saw him in an Iron Man comic as a kid, and I like read Ultimate X-Men and saw like the ultimate version of his character, who was actually like getting his ass beat for his sexual orientation, and like and I thought it was really cool. He has
gotta love the Ultimate Universe.
I mean, no, I think I think someone shot him, and then like someone shot him. But like, because in the Ultimate Universe and in the main universe he has like super speed, so he's a speedster. But in the main universe he has super speed and he can fly. So like he like that's how like his mutation like activated. Like he got shot and like used the super speed to like like move a little bit to the left so like it didn't hit him in the heart. So like he survived. But yeah, like he was like the first like openly gay character I ever saw in comics, and so then. Following that, so the first lesbian character I ever saw in comics was Carolina Dean from The Runaways, who is, I think her name's like Lucy in the Sky. Like that's like her dumb code name. But yeah, seeing her in The Runaways, I was very like, whoa, that's different. Because she had a crush on Nico, who was what was her name? Crap, I forgot her name. Sister Grimm, who was on The Runaways, and I hated that because Nico's a terrible person and does not deserve her.
Well, they're dating in the comics now.
Are they now?
Yeah, they even had their little like thing in the Pride issue I was talking about.
That's why I don't want to read. That's why I don't read. That's why I don't want. No, that's not good.
Okay, but nothing fucking happens in Modern Runaways. They haven't known what to do with that series since like the second volume.
You know why they did it? Because in the Runaways show, R.I.P. to that show. That show was great, and they got together in the show, and I hated that.
I don't know. I like it's fine. I like her better with Julie.
She's better with, as I said here, like as seen here, she gets with Julie powers from the Power Pack, and I love that so much. What? So I'm assuming they broke up, and then she just went to Nico. Oh God,
dude, I don't fucking remember.
So
much happens in that book, and also nothing happens. It's all talking.
Yeah, like I'm just connecting the dots, but her and Julie are like a great couple in my opinion. I love them two together. But yeah, Julie Powers, Power Pack. I forgot. I think her name's like Lightstream or something. That's her record code name. But yeah, great couple. And plus, Clarelina just looks amazing. I just love her design. She's a dope character. All right, so now getting past my first introductions to like gay and lesbian characters. So two characters that I think are dope. One, I didn't put Wiccan and Hulkling in here because honestly, I thought one of y'all would have had it. But like, Wiccan and Hulkling are a thing in the comics. They're like. Because I feel like with those two characters, they're just like, oh, like when people think, oh, what's a gay couple in comics that are always mentioned is Wiccan and Hulkling. So like, I'm not even gonna have to show you them because they're already who are watching the video or whatever. But yeah, Wiccan and Hulkling. But most importantly, because everyone forgets this, but his brother S.H.I.E.L.D. is bisexual. Yeah, S.H.I.E.L.D. is awesome and is very underused. Like no one knows what to do with S.H.I.E.L.D. because Wiccan's a more fleshed out character. But yeah, S.H.I.E.L.D. He's cool. He's basically just like he's just Quicksilver. He got Quicksilver's abilities.
I'm gonna go back to this again. Fun fact: S.H.I.E.L.D. gets a little section in the Pride special, but Wiccan and Hulkling get like 1 page.
He gets a whole section.
Like a little comic, yeah. I don't know how many pages.
And then Wiccan and Hulkling get 1 page.
Yeah, it's like their wedding vows or some shit.
Good. They already had a whole they had a whole event about their damn wedding. Okay, give the other twin his day. I like that. All right. So yeah, Speed is great, and I put my other boy here, Prodigy, who was an X-Men character. Who was like one of the modern generations of like the New Mutants. He had the ability to basically like learn any skill. And then lost all of his powers when Scarlet Witch was like no more mutants, and never got them back. But he was able to get his all the skills he retained. I think through like telepathy, like Emma Frost did it. But he became a member of the Young Avengers with Wiccan and Speed, and I put him here because he's also bisexual, and him and Speed were a couple for a brief time. So biracial, bisexual couple, great. So after that, there's America Chavez, who I also think, I'm not sure if she's bi or if she's lesbian, but
I thought she was a lesbian, but I could be wrong.
Yeah,
I thought you were American.
I mean, but yeah, she's cool. I don't really know much about her. Her origin's kind of weird, and yeah, I don't really know much about her besides she was like a Young Avenger. She was on like the Ultimates for a little bit. Like the new Ultimates. She's cool. I mean, she's gonna be in the MCU. Like she's already cast. I think she's gonna be in Doctor Strange 2, actually. And I don't like the person they cast. I said that in the Marvel.
We had like a whole conversation about this, and I can't remember if she's like actually playing that character or not.
No, she is. Yeah, no. What's her name? I think like Xochitl Gomez is the actress. Yeah, she's actually playing. Like Kevin Feige said, she's playing America Chavez, and I didn't like that because colorism. America Chavez is an Afro-Latina character, and they casted a really light-skinned Mexican girl. So, like, I didn't really like it. But, like, yeah, so she's, and I hope they address her sexuality in the movie as well. So, America Chavez, great. Another one is, to go to DC for a second, is Kate Kane and Renee Montoya. So, Batwoman, Kate Kane, who I think is a great character. I read her. I started reading her original debut series by Greg Rucka, who is again a man who is great at writing women, in my opinion. Yeah, Kate Kane's great, and I also watched the show on CW, which isn't bad actually. It's not for a CW show. It's not terrible. Well, at least the one with Ruby Rose isn't terrible. Yeah, so
I don't know. I've heard some pretty rough things about Batwoman.
It's not bad. It's an okay show. Yeah, Kate Kane, ex-military. I think. Well, she was. I mean, she's technically like, she's kind of ex-military, but like I think she got kicked out due to her sexual.
But she got kicked out for being gay. That was like the whole thing.
Yeah,
but then, I'm kind of interested to see like in the future, like if they update her, what they're gonna do with that.
Yeah, I mean, she's a cool character. I have to read more of her stuff. I have to finish that Greg Rucka run. But yeah, then obviously like her girlfriend Renee Montoya, who's been a character in like the comics for like decades, like, and she was her girlfriend, was a detective with the GCPD, and then later became the second version of the Question, who was a dope character. Yeah, I think they're a great couple. I like. Well, I don't think they're together anymore. But,
no.
Yeah, I liked their couple for a brief time. I like their team ups, especially like when they're Batwoman and the Question. Yeah. So those two characters are dope. Kate Kane, dope. The new Batwoman they have on the show, her name is Ryan Wilder, the black Batwoman. She's bisexual. They made her a bisexual character, and I'm iffy on her. I'm just like, your character isn't really well written, but it's fine. Yeah. So to get past that, my other DC character that I have here is Aqualad, like the new Aqualad, who you may recognize from Young Justice, like the cartoon. But in the comics, he's not called Cowder. He's called Jackson Hyde, and had his whole origin like reworked. But he's still the son of Black Manta, which is still like an important part of his character. And he got his debut in the comics. In the new comics, is he's gay, and he's awesome. I think he was on the Teen Titans, like for Rebirth, I think, and I liked him in the Teen Titans. Yeah, so Jackson Hyde, Aqualad, great. I gotta read this cover on the left is for his new series that they just dropped. I gotta read that because it looks good, and I love Aqualad. Anyone has any thoughts on Aqualad? Probably not.
No one reads Aqualad or Aquaman.
Well,
I think he's also gay in season 3 of Young Justice.
Oh yeah.
I can't remember.
Season 3. I remember because I remember like he's not. Is he gay or is he like bisexual?
I don't know. I think he kisses a guy.
No, he's with him. He has like a boyfriend in season 3, but because I remember like he was in love with Tula, who was Aqua Girl, and she died. That was a thing, and he also kissed Rocket, who was like in season 1. So like, yeah, I think he's bi, or if he be gay, I don't know. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, so Aqualad, dope. So now to go to. Because obviously I'm the Milestone guy, so I gotta go back to Milestone. I'll put a thingy at this exact moment to the link from my Milestone podcast that I did. But yeah, and I mentioned these two characters in that podcast. So these characters, Donner and Blitzen, who are probably one of my favorite like couples like in comics. So yeah, they're Milestone creations. They're on like the team called the Shadow Cabinet, and they're on a team called Heroes, which I own. That limited series from like OG Milestone in the 90s. Yeah, they're a dope couple. But Donner, who was on the left, had like invulnerability and super strength, and Blitzen, who's on the right, had was a speedster. Was I think like the only speedster in Milestone actually, and yeah, they were together. Obviously, Blitzen's like Asian American. Donner was from, I think she's from Germany, and was actually like a former was an ex neo-Nazi, and it was interesting because she fell in love with an Asian woman, so that was great.
Yeah, love wins, guys.
Love
exactly.
wins.
Love wins.
Even if I'm a little bit like about that part of her backstory.
Yeah, but
I learned.
I also believe they were like one of the first like openly like lesbian couples in comics at that time, like in the 90s. So kudos to that. Milestone. Can't recommend more Milestone. Milestone's great. Speaking of more Milestone, so these other characters, All three of them are important in terms of this history of comics and this milestone in general. On the left is a character by the name of Masquerade, who I also mentioned, me and like Sean talk about in our podcast, who was the first transgender character in comics, period. And which is very important that like Milestone was led that in the forefront. But yeah, Masquerade was cool. He was on the Blood Syndicate, and the thing is like you didn't know he was transgender because he had the ability to shapeshift into other people's like Mystique, and he was, and then like there's one part where like he was in a fight, got knocked out, and then reverted back into a woman due to him being unconscious. So I thought it was an interesting take of like a trans, like it was kind of like a cool leeway to like have like a transgender character who was a shapeshifter that was born a woman but identifies as a man, so it constantly is shapeshift as a man, and I thought that was really dope. So shout out to that. Fade, who was also on the Blood Syndicate, was a Puerto Rican gay man, and had the ability to like go forward in time. Like he can like it was like a dimensional shift thing where like his body was kind of like out of sync and was like always like 15 seconds forward in time. That was really cool. And on the right is a character by the name of Rick Stone, who if you people who watch the Static Shock TV show was they changed his name to Richie Foley, and he was Virgil's best friend. But yeah, Rick Stone in the comics, in the Milestone comics, was gay and had a really cool arc in with Virgil's character, like obviously like him coming out to Virgil, and Virgil was dealing with that stuff like that. It was really dope, very progressive at the time. So yeah, Milestone, great. I tried to find indie stuff, but like I couldn't really find anything. Well, from the amount of time that we had, but there's a character in the book that I read called Black, who is who goes by the name of like Swerve, and is a transgender woman. And I like that. That was really cool. For people who don't know what Black is, it's a book written by Kwanzaa Sojifo and Tim Smith III, and drawn by Jamal Igle, where the concept of it is like, what if all Black people had superpowers? That came out a couple years ago, and I love the fuck out of the series. It's like it was my Milestone like release ever since before Milestone came back. But yeah, Swerve's a really cool trans character that doesn't really show up a lot in the book, but I thought it was really cool. Another character that I got DC that I'm not sure if it's a hot take or not, but like I refuse to accept that they're a straight character. Is Wonder Woman.
There's no way Wonder Woman is straight. Honestly,
I refuse to like because Rebecca, you read the like you looked at the DC Pride special. Was she in it at all or no?
I want to say she was, but I can't remember. I read it like a few hours ago, and I can't remember.
So she probably wasn't. Oh my god! Like I'm just gonna assume that she wasn't, and that's fucked up, DC.
Here, let me check.
Yeah, because I refuse to accept Wonder Woman growing up on an island filled with only women did not build any like sort of like romantic relationship with any of them. Like I don't believe that. And like I refuse to accept that like Steve Trevor was her first love. No way in hell. I especially like when we reviewed 1984, Rebecca. Like I don't know I don't know if I said this or not, but like when we talked about the scene with like when Steve Trevor like disappeared. Spoilers for 1984. I literally like in the back of my mind was like, this is some bullshit, because she's like I just didn't like the fact like, oh, like Steve Trevor's her one true love. No, she was getting with hella women back in Themyscira. Like
There's this comic, I think it's made by some fan artist online, where someone drew her and Lara Croft together, and
I believe it.
And it looks like official. It looks real like official art. Honestly, it was.
Also, I did check. It doesn't look like she's in the Pride special for DC this year.
DC, you're fucked up. You hear you're fucked up. Okay, she's a bisexual. She has to be. Like, it doesn't make any sense if she's not. Like,
people just aren't ready for that. And by people, I mean men who read comics.
Exactly. I do know in Wonder Woman Earth 1, written by Grant Morrison, I believe, they do address that like people on Themyscira like actually like had like relationships with each other. And this is another Earth, so I just thought I'd address that. But yeah, Wonder Woman is an LGBT character. Fuck you, DC. So my next character after that is a character. It was like I kind of made this presentation like just to surprise me because some people forget that these characters are even in this community in general. But do you guys remember Dawkin by any chance? Probably not Rose, because Rose doesn't read a lot of comics, and I respect that. But Rebecca, do you remember who Dawkin is?
That's like Wolverine's son, right?
Yeah, Wolverine's first son.
He was in the Pride special.
He was.
That's and the only reason I know.
And good, because he deserves it. Because Dawkin, who is also like half Japanese, half white character, is the first son of Wolverine, and is also a bisexual character. And he had all his powers. He had the healing factor. He had the claws, but his claws were kind of different. Like he had, so like how X-23 has like only the 2 claws that come out of her wrists. He also had 2 claws that come out of his wrist, but he also had another claw that came out of like like right here. It was really gross as a kid when I saw it. Like he came like right on like the top of the wrist. It was disgusting. But yeah, he's a dope character. He also had the ability to like, he had like pheromone. It was different from his dad. He had like pheromone manipulation, so like he can literally get anyone to like sleep with him, men and women. I thought it was kind of funny.
Yeah, in the Pride special, they give him a boyfriend and make him a new character. I don't know if I can send it to you or not.
Yeah, if you can like send it to me, I'll pull it up. But yeah, Dawkin is dope. He also became Wolverine during the Dark Reign event, where everyone got like dark versions of like the Avengers and the X-Men, and he was Dark Wolverine. So
I just sent it in the private chat, by the way.
Oh, word? Okay, yeah, I'll pull that up real quick. What the heck? Oh, really? Okay, I'll stop this for a second. What? That's who's?
I like the costume a lot, actually, but I doubt they're gonna do anything with this character.
Interesting. Hold on, let me. This is it, right?
Yeah. I don't know if you can zoom in or not.
Oh, yeah, I can pull up. I can put it in solo layout just to zoom in. But like, yeah, what is this? Like, who is? So this character is just new for the comic?
Yeah, it's like introduced in that comic at least.
That is Somnus. Okay, Somnus is his name, I guess. Interesting. Huh. All right. Well, I guess
that's one of the gayest superhero outfits I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's so pretty.
It is nice.
It's so pretty, and I mean that in the most heartfelt way possible. That it's one of the gayest superhero outfits I've ever seen. I want to touch it.
I always like costumes. I always like have like like space like meshed in. Like I like the cape is all like celestial and spacey.
It's a little Sailor Moon.
Very Sailor Moon.
The person that you showed way back that was like the first lesbian character that I was thinking of like anime girl transformation as I was looking at her with her powers on. Whatever.
Like fun fact, when like the Runaways were created, it was under like a line called like Marvel Tsunami that were trying to go more anime focused, like anime manga focused. So so that's probably one of the reasons why she looks the way she looks is because they probably like took inspiration from like manga and like anime and like Sailor Moon probably. So that is a good observation. But yeah, Dawkin is dope, and also Dawkin because like Dawkin he fucks people up. Like he killed the Punisher. So like it's because I like so a lot of like some of the characters I have on here are like because when people think of like gay characters they're very like very like more like feminine in a way, like we're doing like their feminine side. But like some of these characters I have here, they may be like gay, lesbian, whatever, but like they can fuck people up. Like they're badass motherfuckers. So Dawkin is also one, and then again to shout out to Lee, because always we have to shout out Lee when it comes to this character. But we got Bobby Drake, Iceman. Also shout out to Chris Claremont because Chris Claremont literally has stated when we met him way back that he doesn't like the fact that Iceman's a gay character. And I mean, here's the thing, because I was talking to Hannah about this. I think it was like Iceman being gay bothers me, not the fact that he's gay, but this is the way they did it.
The way they did it was so whack for no reason.
It wasn't whack. It was fucked up. Like, it was because, like, okay, Rose. Now I have to educate you now on like how Bobby Drake like is now a character. So what happened was, it was a dumb storyline that happened where Beast decided to, like, because Cyclops was a bad guy at that time and was a douche, but he's always been a douche. But it's besides the point. Beast was like, you know what? To appeal to like Cyclops' like good side, I'm gonna make a time machine and bring the original roster of X-Men. So like Cyclops, Jean Grey, Bobby Drake, Angel, and the younger version of Beast in the present, so they can talk to him, and reason with him. And you know what? They didn't fucking leave after that issue. They stayed in Marvel Comics for like 2 to 3 more years for no reason. And so they were on a mission, and like there was a thing where like Bobby Drake was just talking like how like he's having like girl trouble, and young Jean Grey, I don't like using this word, but she was being a bitch, and she was just like, wait, Bobby, obviously you're having girl problems because you're gay. And he's just like, what? No, I'm not. It's like, oh yes, you are. She literally telepathically outed him, and made it, and basically because now young Bobby Drake is realizing that he's gay, he got outed. So then obviously timey-wimey stuff, present day Bobby Drake is going to be gay now. So like, whoever wrote that story, no. Like, Bobby Drake being a gay character, I'm all for it, but just the way they did it was just awful. So
yeah. Yeah.
And just because because he was outed, it also felt like very rushed. I mean, like, we don't know what to do with Bobby Drake, so like let's make him gay. So like that's my thing with it.
I know I keep going back to this, but since I'm the only one who read it, in the Pride issue, there's a section with him, and he's like crying because he's like gay or whatever. And Magneto, I know it sounds so insensitive, but that's what it is. But Magneto comes down, and he's like, "It gets better."
I'm sorry, what?
He doesn't say it exactly like that, but that's like the kind of tone.
Wait, is Magneto also like is he a gay character as well now? Like,
no.
I mean, I think people, I've seen people go, oh, Magneto is gay, and I think that's mostly due to. Don't tell me I can't remember the name of the actor who portrayed Gandalf. Oh my god.
Fuck.
Ian McKellen.
Ian McKellen. Yeah, there we go.
Because of Ian McKellen playing Magneto, it probably was beforehand too. I don't fucking know, but people are like, Magneto and Professor X are gay for each other, ex-lovers or some shit. I don't fucking know.
No, they make a point in this comic to say, and I quote, "I have been different all my life," not like, well. So yeah. I sent the thing in the chat, but they won't let Magneto be a little fruity in this universe, I guess.
That's funny. So like, I guess like I'm gonna just say that it's implied.
I mean, I mean, whatever. Ian McKellen. I'm just gonna say Ian. He's gay because fuck it. I'm letting Tumblr influence me this time. Fuck it. I'm not gonna.
Dude, in fucking not Days of Future Past, Apocalypse, there's straight up like an AMV in the middle of that movie of Charles and Eric.
Are you serious?
I swear to God, that's in that movie. I haven't seen it since it was in theaters, but I swear that happened.
I remember there was a time
when
there's
like a montage.
I was working at Five Below near my house, and there was so we were selling some like 5-pack comic books that were like really shitty, and there was and like someone opened a comic book package but didn't buy them, so we just kept them behind the counter, and whenever it was slow I would read through them, and there was one where Magneto was like, I don't even know who the woman was, but but she was definitely much younger than him, and he was like, and they were like in love, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on, but this is wrong. This is wrong. I don't like the idea of Magneto.
You just like Magneto just with women. You're just like, no.
My brain just went, this is wrong.
Okay.
Him and Charles are exes, and it adds to the story. Like,
here's the thing, right? For people in the comments, is Magneto gay? Question mark. Because I'm fine with it. Like, I don't care. Like, but yeah, Bobby Drake, Iceman, he's gay, and I like that. I've come to terms with it, but the way they did it is still fucked, and I don't like it. But yeah, so moving on, DC. Obviously, because Rose already had this, but Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy, of course. But also,
Constantine.
Our boy John Constantine is a bisexual man, and a damn
shout out to him for fucking King Shark.
Yeah,
that's all I have to say.
Yeah,
because I didn't know he was, and like I don't really read like I never really read like the Constantine comics, like the Hellblazer comics, but because like unfortunately I watched Legend of Tomorrow. I stopped watching Legend of Tomorrow after this new season, but there was, I think, like last season or the season before that, now that like Constantine's like on the team, they did show that he had a relationship with a man, and it shot. I was like, okay, that's great, good for Constantine. But like knowing Constantine, like the way he like his attitude and like his no fucks given, like I would assume that he's like he doesn't give a fuck about. I would assume his sexual orientation was like fluid, so that kind of makes sense. But yeah, man, can they make the King Shark thing canon, please? Like that'd be great. Because I love that. In what was that, Apocalypse War? What was that in that scene? Where he was like, like, oh shit, my ex is here, and it's like it was fucking.
Oh, Harley.
Yeah, he fucking winks at it.
No, Harley Quinn. No, I'm not crazy. Him.
But yeah, I love Constantine. Constantine's a great character. Master of like the dark arts and all that shit. He's a dope character. I love Constantine.
I don't know if you put this guy in here, but Lucifer Morningstar apparently.
My god!
Did you put him in here? Because I just remembered that there was a scene where there's like a crossover between Lucifer and something of some Legends of Tomorrow. There we go. I remember words.
Okay. Thing is like, I gotta mention that. God, thanks, Rose. I appreciate that. Now I gotta screen share. Now I gotta screen share an image now because like I feel stupid for not fucking adding him in. Because like I'm also a big like Lucifer fan. I love the TV show, and I also like just started reading the comics. And yeah, man, Lucifer is dope. Lucifer Morningstar is I feel like he's more so like pansexual. I don't think he's because I think he's literally like Deadpool. Like he literally like fucks anything with a pulse.
Yeah.
So Lucifer Morningstar is great. And also I'll put a quick screen share of at least the show version of the character because he's more recognized. But the show version. Also like fun fact. What's it called? Fun fact, like Tom Ellis is like my male crush. I like love Tom Ellis so much. Like he's hot. He's really hot. But yeah.
I'm a lesbian, but I can respect that. I can respect that. I can.
See, now we're getting into the spirit of pride.
Yeah. I may or may not be a heteroflexible man, but like. Because it's mostly just because of Tom Ellis.
That's totally fair. Oh man.
But yeah, So Lucifer Morningstar. Yeah, thanks for mine because I love that show and I love that character. So thanks for that. But So moving on. After Lucifer, I think. Oh yeah, right here. So the best character ever created. The best queer character ever invented. And okay, you want to take a guess of who this character is? Rebecca or Rose? Because like you may have forgotten this character exists. I'll give you a hint.
I completely lost connection with you guys. I can't hear shit right now.
Okay. I meant like, so like you want to guess who this character is that I have next?
Do we get?
It's DC. I'll say it's a DC character. Like, just start name drop, because like
all the names of all DC characters I know have flown out of my brain.
Okay. Another hint: he is on a DC TV show that's like currently they're awaiting another season, but he's on a DC TV show. I'm sorry, they're on a DC TV show.
I still don't fucking know.
All right, Rebecca, you give up? You give up?
Dude, I have no idea what's going on right now. My Wi-Fi is like shitting itself.
All right, so the next character that I have is on the show Doom Patrol, and he is named Danny the motherfucking Street. Danny the Street. Again, Doom Patrol. If you've never watched Doom Patrol, it's a great show. If you ever read the comics, comics are pretty good.
Yeah,
Danny the Street is a sentient, genderqueer, teleporting street named Danny, and he's awesome. All right, he's an amazing character. And like I like how in the TV show, he's like a safe haven for like anyone in the LGBTQIA plus community, and so like Danny is a street where anyone can be themselves, and if anyone who needs like a safe haven, they all live on Danny, and like it's so cool because like Danny communicates through like the signs, through like smoke, like anything. He's awesome, and so like. The two characters that I got, the two images, like him as Dan the Street, and then my favorite iteration is when he's known as Dannyland, where he's basically like Disney World. And
we just lost Rebecca.
Yeah, she'll probably come back when her internet comes up. But yeah, Dannyland is fucking awesome. But yeah, so
I remember. I think I saw this, and I was like, "Is this a joke?"
No, he's a legitimate character in DC, canon.
I know. Fuck, whatever. Yeah, sure. That's great.
He's the best character ever made, Rose.
Okay.
Like,
maybe I should watch Doom Patrol. Oh, God.
Okay, there's a scene in Doom Patrol, and I think it's funny because there's another character in like Doom Patrol named Flex Mentallo, who's like a strong man who can like manipulate reality by flexing.
I guess it's that dude right there. The
big guy right there. Yeah. There's a scene where like he flexes the wrong muscle, and like he causes like everyone in his vicinity to start like orgasming. And like, and it's funny because it's everyone, including Danny. So like. You literally just see,
I don't want to know what that looks like. Oh my God.
It is amazing. It is amazing. Like there's literally like those LED signs. It's Danny just saying, oh my God, this feels amazing. And then like when he like, and then the fire hydrant just blows up. And it's
I figured that.
It's so good. So like, Danny the Street, an amazing character. After that there is another DC character, Thunder, who is the daughter of Black Lightning, who is a gay character, as well as her girlfriend Grace Choi, who I believe she's technically an Amazon, but like it's like a different branch of like Amazons that like defected into like society. So like they left the island like generations ago, and she's like a descendant of these Amazons. But yeah, Thunder and Lightning, dope character. I'm not Thunder and Lightning. Sorry, Thunder is a great character. Because I watched. This is from the Black Lightning TV show. There we go. There's Rebecca. Rebecca, are you good? Is your internet back up?
Yeah, I had to move to my phone.
Gotcha. So, yeah, I was just talking about Danny the Street. You have any thoughts on Danny the Street?
Great stand Doom Patrol.
Yes. Yeah. So now now talking about Thunder and Grace Choi. Was Thunder in the Pride special, the DC one? Rebecca.
Wait, hold on. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
What's it called? I was asking was she's gone again. But yeah, so Thunder and Lightning are great. Thunder has the ability to I think manipulate her density, so she's super strong, super durable, and then Grace Choice and Amazon. So there's that. Rebecca, can you hear us now? You're good?
Yeah, I think so.
Right.
Okay.
I was asking, do you know if Thunder was on the Pride special, Black Lightning's daughter?
I don't think so.
Oh, come on, DC. Why are you fucking up again, man? Okay. But yeah, Thunder, great. Grace Joy, great. They're a great couple. I love them. So the next DC character I have is a character that is recent. She's a really new character, and I think she is in the Pride special because I think I saw her on a cover or something. But the character, this Green Lantern character, who's in the book Far Sector, I forget her name. Because I've been reading this book, and it's a great. But yeah, what is her name, man? She is basically the LGBT the Green Lantern of color, and I love that. She's great.
I like how you had to specify because there's multiple gay Green Lanterns.
Is there
yeah, because they made
yeah. Well, she is the black gay Green Lantern. I thought because I know Alan Scott. I forgot to put Alan Scott on here, but Alan Scott is one.
My Wi-Fi just dipped for 5 seconds, so I kind of lost whatever I was just said.
No, I just said that because Rebecca was saying how there's multiple gay Green Lanterns, and I was mentioning that there was a character, the Green Lantern, the first Green Lantern, Alan Scott, is gay, but I forgot to include him in the presentation. Her name's Jo. Yeah, that's her name. I believe. She's dope. This book is really good for people who and this takes place it's part of the Young Animal imprint, which is Gerard Way's imprint at DC. But I also think it ended, which sucks. But she's a really dope character, and she has as you can see here on the right page, she has an alien girlfriend, and she patrols a sector. I forgot what the sector's name is. But yeah, she is dope. Yeah, Jo is a really dope character. All right, so Sojourner, Melu, I can't even say her last name. Sojourner, aka Jo. She is a dope Green Lantern. But after that, what do I have after? I actually forgot what I had at this point. Oh, Loki, of course. Loki, great. And also I have both regular male Loki and Lady Loki as well. Loki's great, and I also, if people haven't watched the show Loki yet, what are you doing? Get up off your stop watching this podcast and go watch Loki. What's wrong with you? Loki they confirmed that he was bisexual, which Rose, we talked about I think last week. He's dope. Loki is dope, and he's very obviously gender fluid because he doesn't mind switching from male to female all the time. Loki is Loki is good. And so I forgot I put these ones in here. So to go more towards Watchmen, these two characters in the Watchmen universe, Hooded Justice and Silhouette, are, you barely see Silhouette in this is an image from the Watchmen movie, where they take their group photo, which is they're basically the JSA team of the Watchmen universe called the Minutemen, and Hooded Justice and Silhouette were on that team. She was killed. Silhouette was killed for being gay, I believe. And Hooded Justice, I think, also died. No, but he didn't die. But like, if you ever watch the Watchmen show on HBO, they really expand on the origin of Hooded Justice, and he was a very like closeted, gay man. And yeah, I just want to throw those characters in here too. Okay. So no, wait, Rebecca, you still here by the way? Sorry, because I guess
I'm here.
Okay. Wait, Rebecca, have you seen the HBO show of Watchmen?
Yeah, I've seen all of it.
Okay, Rose, have you seen HBO?
I don't have HBO.
I mean, I didn't say you had to have HBO to watch it.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying. How long's it been out? I forget.
I think it's been a few years, but
okay.
Like the first couple episodes are good, and as it goes on, it kind of gets less good.
I disagree.
I
don't want to go on a tangent, but I think the more it gets into like the actual Watchmen stuff and not like the Minutemen stuff, it gets a little like worse.
Okay.
I'll put it on my list of things to watch that is ever expanding, and some things that will never be gotten to on that list.
The Watchmen show literally re-educated Oklahoma, so like that's why I think it's a great show. But
okay.
Yeah, like because they explore the Tulsa massacre in that show, and like
dude, that show is so violent at times. So like, there are some really fucked up things in that show.
But listen, it was the Tulsa massacre. That was some real shit. So
no, I know.
But but they explore a lot of Hooded Justice in his character, and he was actually tied to the Tulsa massacre. That was really cool. But yeah, he was a closeted gay man. Silhouette was a lesbian, and also I think she died. I remember her dying, like they showed like in the intro of the movie. They showed her just straight up die in the intro. But yeah, all right. So moving on. Okay, so this is my favorite gay male couple ever. All right. So again, going towards like representing like men that are like gay men that are like still fucking brutal badasses. So like, if people know who Wildstorm is, it is Jim Lee's imprint that he did with Image, and he made his own characters like Wildcats and all that stuff. And but when he joined DC, DC bought it, so they're technically a part of the DC universe. So one of the two characters that here are from the Wildstorm universe, and they go by and it's his alternative Batman and Superman, and they're known as Midnighter and Apollo. Midnighter and Apollo they're the dopest couple because so they're basically so Midnighter is Wildstorm's Batman, and Apollo is Wildstorm's Superman, and they are married. They're husband and husband, and they're a couple, and I love them. And the thing is, like, again, like the Midnighter had a run in I think it was like DCU. He had his own book, which was written by Stephen Orlando, who is a gay man, a gay writer, and he also had a huge part to play in the Grayson book, which was Nightwing as a spy, and it's one of my favorite Nightwing books ever. I love Grayson, and and he was basically like one of his pseudo like villains, and they teamed up for a little bit because DC and Wildstorm are in the same universe now. But yeah, they're dope characters. They're a great couple because like look at Midnighter over here. Midnighter straight fucks people up because he should have used his like bats and sledgehammers to beat the shit out of criminals, and he also doesn't mind killing people. So. And his husband is also like the most powerful man in the Wildstorm universe, and being Superman. But yet though I think Rebecca, they also had a part in the DC Pride special, I believe. I think I saw a page.
Midnighter's in it, but there's only like one picture of them together.
That sucks. Okay. But yeah, like I remember there was a scene from a comic where you see these guys badasses over here, just getting shit done. But yeah, they'll just, have beach time, and they'll go to the beach and just cuddle. Like it's super nice. But yeah, no, they're my favorite couple. They're fucking awesome. And plus here's what's badass about them, right? So obviously Marvel has the Avengers, DC has Justice League, right? Wildstorm had with Midnighter and them and Apollo's team, they were called the fucking Authority. And they they were dark as shit. Like it was awesome. So you want to read? So like read like the Midnighter run, read like Grayson, read like Midnighter and Apollo, which is like the recent book they have together. They're awesome. Yeah, fucking I love Midnighter and Apollo so much. They're the best couple in comics. But all right, so my other favorite couple in comics is a Marvel couple, and you know it's kind of and it's a character you'll recognize because he's a popular character, but he's not. This is a character. This version of the character is not in the main continuity from another universe. This character, I think I've mentioned it to Matt and Mo, but so are you guys Wolverine fans? Is anyone a Wolverine fan in here? I like Wolverine.
I mean, I like Wolverine, but I don't read that many comics, and I haven't even I haven't watched any X-Men movies. I don't think actually.
Okay. It's fine. Rebecca,
this is a bad gay podcast because we didn't get any X-Men fans.
We didn't get an X-Men fan, but it's fine. But like, Rebecca, what are your thoughts on Wolverine?
He's okay. I like the movies minus like the bad ones.
Honestly, the most I think the most X-Men. There was like a X-Men cartoon that I watched on like Teen Nick in like the
X-Men
the early.
Evolutions.
I think so. I don't fucking know.
Wait,
Was that the one they're in high school?
2000s?
It was Wolverine and the X-Men. It had to have been because it was on Nicktoons.
Yeah, Nicktoons. That's what it was.
Wait,
Yeah.
Mikey, can you put the cover up where Wolverine's there and Nightcrawler's just there naked?
Wait, what?
That's like a cover. If I wasn't on my phone, I'd pull it up.
Oh wait, I'm finding this. Wait, what? Hold on. Wolverine. Wait, what is Wolverine and Nightcrawler? And Wolverine, Nightcrawler, and they're just naked?
It's just Nightcrawler who's naked, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, Nightcrawler. Hold on, naked? That is.
That's gonna pull up some things. I think.
Wait, do we like? wait. What the hell? When is this? When did this happen? That is okay. Well, I can only find small images of this, but get the. Rebecca, explain.
Dude, I don't know the origin. I just know it exists.
Well, I mean, this is the Wolverine I didn't like, but okay, but like this. But we got. I guess that's for this. That's.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing this, and I remember this going around on Tumblr, and people going like, "Ah, yes, they're gay, Your Honor."
This is actually really funny. I want to know the story behind this. Like that's wow. Okay. But listen, I'm about it. But this Wolverine that I'm talking about is Wolverine from I believe it's Earth 12025. I think that's what the Earth is, and it's in the book Extreme X-Men. And the reason why this Wolverine is great, one, you know, this Wolverine, where's my shit? This Wolverine right here he's still similar to Wolverine, but obviously he is modeled after Theodore Roosevelt.
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
He is the governor of I think like of a region in Canada, so he actually has a political position in this universe. And this universe of this Earth, it's very like ambiguous in terms of like where it actually takes place because like it's very like 1800s but also very like futuristic and like steampunk, so it's very ambiguous. But like but yeah, like Wolverine is Teddy Roosevelt. He is the governor of Canada. He has gold claws instead of adamantium claws because he has these claws called adamantine claws, which are adamantine, which is what's named after which adamantium is named after, is known as the metal of the gods. And the reason why he got these grafted onto his bones, it was a personal gift by his boyfriend, who is fucking Hercules.
You know what? Good for him.
I've seen this also on Tumblr because of course I've seen it on Tumblr.
Yeah, I put it in the thumbnail for this video. They're the best couple I've ever seen. Like they're my favorite LGBT gay couple besides Midnighter and Apollo because like what? Like it's just like, and the thing is, like, the page I have on the right. So, backstory: Zeus didn't like the fact that him and Wolverine were together. Mm-hmm. So, as punishment, Zeus sent them to the underworld for 2 years. Mm. And so, but like, obviously, like, oh shit, they're in the fucking underworld. Like, shit's gonna get dark. No, because they love each other so much and they're both fucking badasses, it was a fucking vacation for them. And they were literally battling in hell for nonstop for 2 years before their sentence was done. It was literally a honeymoon for them.
Is that Hercules behind Wolverine on the left panel?
Yeah.
Yeah. He looks like he looks like part 1 JoJo character.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't really watch JoJo, so I don't really.
I mean, it's just
something about it looks like he has too many muscles.
It looks like I mean that's just a comic book problem.
Yeah, listen, listen, anatomy, sometimes people can just mess up. It happens. But yeah, Teddy Roosevelt Wolverine with his boyfriend as Hercules is by far the best idea I ever heard in comics. But yeah, so that's basically the last thing I have. But yeah, Extreme X-Men is dope. Give an idea of how dope Extreme X-Men is. Emma Frost is in it, and she's dope. Charles Xavier is just a head in a jar. That's dope. Nightcrawler is a child who is like his favorite superhero of all time is Spider-Man. Cyclops is a black man who was a former slave. Dude, like, this universe is fucking lit. Like, and then they have freaking Teddy Roosevelt Wolverine. Like, come on. So, yeah, that's all I have for my slides. For my presentation. Also, is there any characters that anyone has in mind that they want to talk about that just popped up, or just like while we're doing this, or I don't know. I looked up just characters, and I'm just like, they say Kyle Rayner is in the LGBTQIA plus community, and but they didn't really say what he was.
Would we include like Eddie Brock, since technically he and Venom are a thing, or like aren't they technically a thing in the like?
I mean,
yeah, they're a thing.
In the comics? I don't know if in the comics.
Well, it depends who's writing it, but it's always been super fucking homoerotic, so it might as well be.
There's been I know I've seen comic panels where Venom and Eddie call each other my love or something like that.
No, that's real, but it's kind of cringe. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
Wait, it's real?
I don't know. For real, I didn't like the run of it. But
I just remember when Venom came out.
That run also has like garbage art. Don't recommend. But
oh my god!
I just remember people were posting that around when in 2018 when Venom came out, and they're like, he's gay. See, they're gay.
I mean, because I'm reading like the most recent like run of Venom, like the Donny Cates run, and I don't think they touch on that.
I don't.
It depends who's writing, like I said, but
yeah,
I don't think the Donny Cates run is all that great either.
No, I think I'm liking it actually.
I mean, like I don't know.
Okay, so we'll say.
Listen, I've read a lot of Venom. You just have to trust me on this one.
But like, I'll say this, yeah, for like movie wise, I'll say 100%. They fall under this category.
Yeah.
Comic wise, I also will put Rebecca like. So I'll take Rebecca's word for it because she reads more Venom than me. So I guess I also typed in LGBT and I accidentally pressed news, and then it says that Megan Fox says she puts the B in LGBTQIA for over 2 decades. So
she has though. Literally, Jennifer's body is life changing. Go watch it if you haven't seen it. I
ordered that movie on DVD, and now I'm gonna watch it.
It's on Hulu now too, but
I'm old fashioned. I like to get DVDs.
No, I respect that. But literally, not to be like bi on main, but like I saw the movie on TV growing up, but something in my brain just went like interesting.
that wasn't bisexual.
But I'm trying to see like other characters, but like fucking Moondragon shows up. I'm like, who gives a shit about Moondragon?
There's a
Valkyrie. Valkyrie's one.
Valkyrie. Oh my god, how can we forget about her? She was like the best. She was one of the best parts. She was one of the best Marvel movies.
I hope they address that in Thor: Love and Thunder. Like, actually, I want her and Jane Foster to like.
Yeah, Tessa Thompson said that they are gonna do that. That like that's part of the plot, that she's gonna find her queen. So
gotcha. Okay. Fair enough.
I vividly remember that when it came out, and I love it.
Oh shit! Someone it says Korg as well. Korg also apparently falls under is an LGBT character, but I'm not really sure if this is valid or not.
Wait, I have a question.
Hello, my name's Korg. I'm gay.
Hello, my name is Korg. I'm a gay man, if you can say. I'm made of rocks. Sorry. Rebecca, go ahead.
I don't know if you get. We kind of talked about this already. Is there any character, like besides Wonder Woman or Magneto, since we were talking about, who isn't gay but should be gay?
Cyclops. Cyclops.
I don't know if I agree with that.
We all know that obviously when current
Cyclops
X-Men,
is just a bitch, in my opinion.
Yeah, he is a bitch. But like current X-Men, him, Jean, and Wolverine, they have joining rooms. So I'm gonna assume, like, I could totally believe that Cyclops is just a cuck and just likes watching Wolverine go at his girl, which is fine. But I also would want to believe that, Rose, you can laugh because it's probably the truth. But like I could also believe that, like, Cyclops and Wolverine, like, maybe getting it on a little bit. Like, I'm not, like, at the same time, maybe Jean likes seeing that shit. I don't know. Like, it's a possibility.
Let's see. I think we could apply Spider-Man to literally, like, I feel like he could be trans. I feel like he could be bi. I feel like he could be gay. Whatever. I feel like
I could have sworn there was a Spider-Man character who was, but like I don't really remember. I think
is in one of the. I feel like I remember that too, but
I know someone in the Spider-Man like family is, but like I can't tell which one. Like,
there's so many goddamn Spider-Man.
Yeah, they need to stop making new Spider people. Just kill them all off and just keep it with Miles and Peter. I think like Anya Corazon, who like was Aranya in but then became like another version of like Spider-Girl. I think she's LGBT, but I could be wrong. Yeah, I don't know. They say Shatterstar is. I don't know if that's right either. Okay, you know what? We'll go indie for a second. I got one. I'll pull one up. This is like very indie, actually. Yeah. Have any of y'all read Archie comics?
Oh, I haven't, but I know, and I think I know. Are you going to talk about one of the girls, or is it one of the guys?
Are we talking about like actual Archie, or like?
No, I meant like not Riverdale. I'm talking about like Archie.
Okay.
But if you want to talk about like Cheryl, I guess we could. I don't know. I don't know if they changed her orientation on comics. But yeah, Kevin Keller is a openly gay character like an Archie. I don't know why like that popped up on the search, so that's why I feel like I should have addressed it.
I mean, Jughead's Arrow Ace, I believe, if I remember correctly.
I think I've heard that before.
Jughead is what?
Arrow Ace.
Maybe. Yeah, I think I've heard that as well.
Like I think like I do remember something like I remember seeing like somewhat like Cole Sprouse slamming the Riverdale writers for not doing the letting him be asexual or whatever. I don't fucking know. I remember that was a thing on Tumblr for a bit where people were talking about it.
Everything was a thing on Tumblr. God, I spent too much time there.
I spend a lot of time on there. I have a very dedicated blog.
Okay, hold on.
Don't go on Tumblr. It's not worth it.
I just thought of one. I literally will count this because they have comics.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, I gotta pull up a photo. No, keep talking because I gotta pull up a photo. But yeah, talk about Tumblr for a little bit more.
I don't have anything, but this isn't a comic, but I'm thinking about when I started talking about the Wolverine cartoon that I saw, I kind of started my brain kind of went down another track, and I started thinking about my life as a teenage robot, which I don't think is in any comic book form, but it would be cool if it was, I think. But there's like a lot of trans people are like, Jenny from My Life as a Teenage Robot is trans. There's trans undertone. There's definitely like trans tones to it, and like the creator himself was like, I didn't intend for that, but if you see it, that's great for you. That's great, and I'm happy that our show is a source for this.
All right,
I'm
gonna put this up real quick. Mm-hmm. I totally forgot because they have comics. Marceline and freaking Bits of Bubblegum.
Oh yeah,
I totally forgot. Like they have comics, so I'll count it. I'll even count Korra and Asami because they also have comics, I think.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love these two. They're fucking great. I've never finished Adventure Time. Every time, like, I always try to like finish where I left off. In Adventure Time, I like always never finish it. So like, but yeah, I love these two. They're fucking.
I remember watching the finale of whenever the hell it came out, and it was and I remember seeing them kiss, and I was like, I loved it. It was adorable. So. Oh.
And also, like, speaking of going back to my man's Lucifer Morningstar, Mazikeen is also.
Oh yeah, Mazikeen. Oh my god,
she's also like just I think she's also like pansexual. Like,
yeah, she is, but she's going after Eve.
Oh, dude. Oh, okay. But yeah, friggin', I think that's basically it. For the most part, if anyone has any ones especially in the comments, people who will watch this, if there are any other characters that you can think of that you want us to address, just put in the comments and just like discuss. Rebecca, you got since you read the DC, Marvel, and Pride specials, you have to give a brief review of both because we did not read them.
All right. I'll be honest, a lot of it I skimmed through because I don't care about like 90% of the characters. They're both okay. Some of the stories are okay. Some of them are kind of cringe. Some of them are just there. But it's a pretty quick read, so if you want to check it out, then check it out.
Yeah. What is there a story from either or that like you thought was like, you know, like pretty worth reading or not?
I mean, they're only like a couple pages each. There's one on Marvel I thought was cute that involves someone cosplaying She-Hulk. That's pretty cute, I thought.
Yeah, also She-Hulk. Like She-Hulk should fall under that category of should be an LGBT. I feel like she should be.
I don't know. I feel like she should be, but I don't think she actually is. But I'm like biased to like women who can beat me up. So
yeah, me too.
Yeah, I'm not same. But yeah, I mean, I also feel content. Okay, but yeah, well, so yeah, if anyone wants to read those, read them because like, but we didn't. I might check. I might check it out actually, like after we're done when we wrap up. But yeah,
like I said, just skim through it and you can see which characters you actually care about.
Yeah, I feel bad I couldn't find any indie characters. I feel like it was like foreshadowing for our audience. We're gonna do another indie corner with Paper Girls. I know there is a character in Paper Girls that is a lesbian, but I haven't started reading it yet, so I don't really know who it is.
Yeah, I won't spoil anything.
Okay, but yeah, so look out for that podcast whenever that happens, hopefully soon. But yeah, so anyone wants to say anything? Any final thoughts before we wrap up? This was fun. I like this. This was fun.
It was fun. Yeah.
Yeah, but all right. So I guess I'll just close it out. Yeah. So thanks for the people that are watching this, that have watched this or will watch this. We appreciate it. Yeah. So just comment, like, subscribe. Yeah. Comment any LGBTQIA plus characters that you have in mind that you want to mention that we didn't discuss or bring up. You know, because that's important. Happy last day of Pride to all the students of S.H.I.E.L.D. members, including Euros, obviously, and people who are watching.
And happy Wrath Month tomorrow.
What's that?
It's a joke that gays should have 2 months, and it's and we're like, okay, so there should be a sloth month the Pride Month, Gluttony Month, Wrath Month, and it's just a joke.
Yeah, that's funny actually. But yeah, listen, if you haven't been to a parade, I mean, you got like 4 hours left until. Well, yeah, 3 hours left until you can go to a last minute parade.
You still have 3 hours to be gay. There's
Exactly.
still time.
I heard the one that happened over the weekend for NYC was lit. So yeah, but all right, people, we're gonna head out. You know, obviously, do all that stuff I mentioned. Check out our other one shot podcasts and stuff. We make good content, I swear. And yeah, happy Pride, and we will catch you later. Get home safe.
Bye.